a special intro, and here we are. Games of the year 2023. Oh my goodness. I played so many games. Oh, I have a list somewhere on Steam. I'll get that for you guys, because oh my goodness, did we play a lot. How many new games did we play? 73 73 new games. That was a lot. I played a lot of Emerald. I played Valheim a lot because we weren't done with that yet. And also a ton of Paleo Pines. Apparently, those are my top 3 played games. Not sure if any of those will be the game of the year, or can be the game of the year, but you'll see. I'm wondering, maybe you could think about that for a little bit. Oh, hold on. There you go. You think about it for a little bit, but I also want to know what your game of the year was. Why is it not showing up? Why is that not showing up? Hold on. Technical difficulties. Why is the chat box not showing up? Because it should be right there. Oh. Guess we'll do without then. Weird. Oh, there it is. Alright. I made a few categories. I would love your input on this. I have 6 categories that I fit some games in that I thought fit me pretty well. And I made a top 10, which I had so much trouble with. I hate picking favorites so much. I hate it. Then why did you do it? Because I didn't want to think about what I played. And yeah, they deserve to be on that list. And all of the other games that I played probably as well. Choices. So, there are some rules that I have for this list. There's going to be, sadly, because, oh boy, there's going to be no early access games on this list. Because it's only games that released. And we had a ton of fun with some early access games, but they will not make the list. Also, no DLCs and no demos. That hurt my heart a little bit, because there's a few that I would love to mention on this list that we had a ton of fun with. But I guess hopefully we'll do that next year or this year. At the end of this year. But you know what I mean. That's for next year. So, first, let's switch that to over there. So, I think my, hold on. There we go. My favorite music. Favorite music in any game. Chat, I would love to know what your favorite music was in a game that released in 2023. Please do let me know. Because there were some choices here. I love soundtracks, first of all. I love soundtracks. I think at the end of Bramble the Mountain King, I said, I need this soundtrack right now. I need it right now. I think I bought it on the spot. I'm not sure. Then there was also Chicken Journey. Chicken Journey had some super fun music. I loved it. But in the end, my favorite soundtrack or my favorite music in the game was Figment 2. Because of the opinion song. I think that won it for me. Yeah, exactly. The Hall of the Mountain King from Bramble was, that was so good. That was such a good piece of music. But Figment 2, they always make original songs. They have this very small kind of music that comes out of a birdhouse that I cannot get out of my brain. And then the opinion song, that was just super fun. That was super fun. And so yeah, for favorite music, it's definitely Figment 2. And I know my list is going to be a little bit odd. It's going to be a little bit weird because I played none of the super big games that came out this year. So you will not see Baldur's Gate 3. You will not. It is not on my list. I didn't play it. And that's okay. Because this is going to make this a little bit more interesting, I guess. Visuals. I like pretty games. I like pretty games. Games that have either good artwork overall or just visually look amazing and help with your immersion. For example, Planet of Lana had great visuals. It looked really cool. I liked the style of it. There were many games that I liked the art style of, but Planet of Lana jumped out. It was just, I don't know, especially the outside worlds, the nature, just running around there was beautiful. Also, a little bit more towards the end, I don't know, it's just, I loved it. It helped with my immersion immensely, and I'm not good at platforming games, so that was nice. Also, we had another art week this year, and there was a game that we played, Dordogne, which was also beautiful. I really liked the art style in that as well. It was sort of like you were in a children's book, just playing around in a children's book. That was very pretty, but the most prettiest game, and I know, now it's a chorus. The prettiest game, the visually most amazing game that I played last year, I think, was Bramble and the Mountain King. It was fabulous, even though it's a darker game. I love fairy tales and that just whole visual. The first moment you walk into the game, into the grass with all the flowers, is just okay, it's not the first moment, but definitely if you play a demo, that is just gorgeous. So the so pretty category winner is for me is Bramble the Mountain King. I don't know what else to say. It was just walking around in that. Even the scary bits were walking around in the guts. Felt pretty real. Looked really good. Not sure about how I felt about it, but it looked pretty awesome. Coziest game. We had a bunch of cozy games. Games that I could just sit here and just, we could talk to each other and just overall, I know it's that category is a game that just wraps you in a blanket and you could either sit and watch that and just be relaxed and just, be cozy, or you can just play it and just, you don't have to think about things. You just have fun with it. You just let yourself be swept away a little bit. For me, that was Lotto Knot. That was my most cozy game. That was a tiny sticker tail came very close. We also played, oh gosh, what was it again? There are a bunch of cozy games. Oh, shoot, I forgot the name. The game where you make the stickers. Gosh darn it, I forgot the name. Wow, I completely blanked out on that one. Well, anyway, it's not my winner. My winner for that is Lolonot. Because I loved it. I loved to swim around. Awards for most dynamic pretty fire in the video game. Oh, I should. Oh, I don't have that category soul stuff, but I should have done that next year. Next year, most fiery game. The bird watching game. Which one is that, Elming? Bird watching? Did I play that? Did I play a bird watching game? I cannot remember. Which one was that? Build on the island? Oh, that was last year, Elming. Yeah, no, I know which game you mean, but that was last year. I will definitely add a most flammable game of the year. But you know it cannot be Rimworld. You know that, right? Alright, let's see. Most surprising game. A very surprising game. For me. There were a few. Again, there were a few that I had to choose from. Because there's also... I mean, surprising for me means either... I played that, or... I don't know where this is going, but this is cool. Sort of a category. Like, for example, I played Chicken Journey. Chicken Journey is a platformer. I am not good at platformers. But I did it anyway. Not my most surprising game, though. Do you guys remember that cyberpunky dinosaur game that we played? That is my most surprising game. Dino Punk. It wasn't even that actiony. I did all the voices for it, which was super fun. Just for you guys. And I'm not sure if I would just have picked that to play. I don't know where that came from. The Dino Punk was super fun. Several endings as well, which I didn't expect. The choices were fun. The characters were fun. The story was very surprising. This is a very surprising game to me. Also had dinosaurs. So, you know, plus side for that. I also added a category for most chaotic game. Again, cannot be Rimworld. Just, you know, chaos is, I guess, sort of my thing. Every game that we play, eventually it turns into turmoil and possible disaster. But the most chaotic game for me from 2023 was Pizza Possum. I had so much fun with that. Just run around screaming as a possum, eating everything you come across. That game is just pure chaos, and I love it. I love it. I had so much fun with that. I mean, I would love, in this category, I would love to put Lethal Company. But I can't, because it's not out yet. So, guys, I'll have to wait for that. See what next year brings. But yeah, most chaotic game for me was Pizza Possum. It's if you haven't played it yet, they also have a demo. You could try that. It's just good fun. It's just good fun. I loved it. And I have the last category, which is best story. I think I had the most trouble with that. I intensely love a good story. I love playing story games and just being swept away by either the action or the fantasy of it, or just tell me a good story and I'll be glued to the screen. I think the biggest ones for me, there were so many. I hate choosing this so much, but eventually I have to say Bramble the Mountain King as a story. and it was tough because there was American Arcadia, there was Dino Punk, there was Dordogne, there was The Planet of Lana. Figment 2 has a good story as well, but overall, for something that I know, I love the fantasy and even the horror parts of Bramble, because it's not often that I play something that intense. I love fairy tales. I don't know what to say. I love fairy tales, and this was horrifyingly awesome. So, best story it is. But I have not chosen one since yesterday. I think I finalized that one yesterday. I couldn't choose. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That were my categories, by the way. I could add a few more, but I was like, okay, I haven't done categories for Game of the Year yet. I'm going to expand the Game of the Year more and more as we go, as we stream. Yeah, favorite music is always top of my list. Best story, coziness, how things look. Yeah. But the most flammable game should probably be on the list for next year. Alright. I think it's time for the top 10. Oh my goodness. I had to go back all the way to the start of the year. I only started uploading stuff to YouTube in May again. So I'm missing a few playthroughs on YouTube. I go ahead and say it right now. If I missed any of the games that are on my top 10 list, I will put those on YouTube as well. Because there are a few ones that I know are not on YouTube. I feel that they need to be there as well. So I will make work of that. So you guys can watch them there if you like. So yeah. Starting off with number 10. Number 10 is going to be Figment 2. It's a game I hold very dear to my heart. Just as Figment 1, because they talk about mental health, and it's just a sort of a fun way of dealing with things. The puzzles are really nice to play. The music and the songs that they make are original. They can stick in your head for a long time. And I like the visuals as well. It is, gameplay wise, not something that I would immediately choose for, because it's running around and fighting as well. But it's enjoyable, and I really like it. So that's my number 10. Figment 2. Number 9 is, it had to be on my list. Just if it's only for the artwork, it had to be on my list, which was Dordogne. It was like playing in a children's book. I liked the story too, although I was somewhat confused sometimes, maybe. That's why it's not that high up on my list. Alright. Yeah, it's... I loved it though. I think you guys had fun with Dordogne as well. With the sea monster in there. Was it a sea monster? I think it was. Oh! Thank you for the raid, guys! Hello! I should have turned off that sound, but here we are! Hi! I was doing my Game of the Year list, so jump on in! Thank you so much for the raid, thank you! I'm just gonna continue. Hi, welcome, coming in. Chat, make them comfortable. I'm just gonna continue. So number 9, Dordogne. It's like a children's book. We played it for Art Week, I believe. I just loved the looks of it. I liked walking around and gathering all the little things you could find and the tapes as well. It was just adorable. It was adorable. I really liked it. And the art style as well. Number 8 had to be on my list. It had to be. It was almost my most surprising game, but that was more, I played that, I did that, I finished it, I did. Chicken Journey. I played the demo a year before that, I believe. I couldn't wait for it to come out. It is a platformer with a chicken. It is super fun. And I think it's the most cozy platformer I ever played. I enjoyed it so much, and I do not play platformers very well. I do not. But this was the coziest platformer I could have ever played. I'm very happy to put that on my list. Very happy. I really like that one. I don't know what else to say. I kind of broke the game when we played it. That I did something that broke the game. Luckily, the developers were in chat and helped me out a bit, but that was... Oh, yeah. Keep your stuff with you. Don't get ahead of yourself, and solving puzzles, I guess, is the lesson that I learned. Did I learn it, though? I don't know. Number 7 is going to be Planet of Lana. I think overall it was one of the most anticipated games for me. I'm not sure why. I like the look of it. Again, a platformer, by the way. Puzzle platformer. I think I look forward to discovering what it was about. With the robots and what is going on? Where are we going? What are we doing? Also, what is this cat? What is that? Also, the ending kind of broke my heart. You'll have to see the playthrough for it, or play it yourself. I'm not gonna spoil anything. It's not what I'm here for. Also, it looked very pretty. The music was just everything was enjoyable. I really liked it. Oh my goodness, puzzle platformers. If they keep making them like that, then I might play more of them. Maybe. Number 6. It has to be Dino Punk. I mean, it had everything. It had story, drama, dinosaurs. It had repairing tech in super fun ways. It had the sort of synth 80s feel that, you know, I do really like. And that I had no clue what to expect with Dino Punk. I had no clue. And it's very chill, but also exciting to play. It has choices you can make. It has several endings. I could play this again and do an entirely different playthrough. And it was super fun. And I did all the voices for you guys, which also made that fun for me. But yeah, that game, Dino Punk, was something else. They're really something else. I usually do not play sort of visual novel, was it? No, not Dino Park. Dino Punk. I know I have like a I will try to pronunciate everything correctly. Dino Punk. Apologies. Yeah, that was very enjoyable. And again, it has several endings, so maybe at some point we might go back to it and go a very, very different way. Also, Time Machine. I mean, come on. It had everything. It was very surprising, and it had to be on my list. Number 5. A Tiny Sticker Tail. A Tiny Sticker Tail we finished quite recently. It had to be on my list because it is such a sweet game. It is such a sweet game. Just the adorableness of it all is just the stickers, gathering everything, the stories, the characters, the ending. Oh, everything is just. I just wanna put that in a tiny box with a tiny bow and just put that in a beautiful place and just hold that forever. That's a Tiny Sticker Tail. It is so sweet. It's just, I absolutely loved it. And they added in some seasonal stuff as well, I saw, which is fun also as well. It's fun to walk around in and explore and find things and see how you can adjust, make things work with stickers. It's just, I had a lot of fun with it. And I think, yeah, we got every single sticker in that game, which makes me really proud. Every single one of them we got. I don't do 100% much, but in that game, I needed to. It was super fun. Number 4. It's a game that's just, I don't know, full of action. Also something I'm not sure I would play normally. On guard. I've even made a special emote for that one. Just the voice acting in that game. Just a pure passion. The music. Everything. That one, thank you guys. I love that. It was difficult to play for me, but the fighting, I'm not sure that I finished it. I'm not sure that I did. Or I turned down the difficulty. Way down. I loved it though. I love the fighting. I love the passion in it. The fun you can have with the fighting. You can make it as easy and as difficult as you like. The story was expected. I expected it to go a certain way. Of course you have to defeat the bad guy. Of course you do. And it doesn't matter. This is what you're here for. Let's go. Also, it looked amazing. I just had a fabulous time with that. Yeah. I could play that again, maybe. Probably, most likely. Yeah, it was just good fun. Swashbuckling around. Alright. Top 3. And it's not I think that's the most fun. It's not going to be Baldur's Gate. I'm just gonna spoil that for you. It's not gonna be Baldur's Gate because I haven't played it. Alright. Maybe you guys can guess what my number 1 game is of this year. Or last year. 2023. Can you guess, chat? Guesses? Number 1 game for me? We'll see. On number 3, it's American Arcadia. Even though I thought the story was a little bit predictable, I'm careful with saying that, but we figured out what would eventually happen. Just how they made the game with just a gameplay of first person and third person. Just the story figuring out where to go, what to do. I had so much fun with that. They're lying to you. Don't be a fool. It's yeah, American Arcadia was one of those games that you start and it's a roller coaster, and it just takes you on a ride. It's amazing, and when it's done, you're good. That's that I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I was, even with the twists in the story, it was still, also chat also was like, yeah, this is, I think we know where this is gonna happen. But that's fine. Even if the story is predictable, the game itself can still be very fun. I had lots of fun with that. Also, I got to drive a car again. So there's that. Number 2. It has to be Bramble. It has to be Bramble the Mountain King. It was so impressive. Just, even though it was a horror game and there were a few topics in there that were uncomfortable, I really like it. I think when I finished the game, and when I finished Bramble the Mountain King, I think I immediately said this is possibly my game of the year, even though it's scary. And I'm just throwing myself in here, and it's not a happy story. Even the ending, I don't know what's gonna happen. I do have concerns, but it was very enjoyable. It was very pretty. I love these types of games so much. Could have dialed it down a little bit with the horror personally for me, but I also love watching that. Playing it is something else, because you're in it. Yeah, I adored it. Those kind of stories, I killed a lot of gnomes. Whoops! So yeah, that's my number 2. And my number 1 game of 2023 cannot be anything else than Pleiopines. This cannot be a surprise to you. This cannot be a surprise. I have to put Pleiopines on my list. As soon as I knew this game was gonna come out, I think I did everything I could to get my hands on it. I needed to play it. I had so much fun with it. It's adorable. It's cozy. It's not my most cozy game, but it's so enjoyable. Overall, I mean, I like running around, getting stuff. I love naming my dinosaurs, taking care of my dinosaurs. I wanted to do actually a lot more, but overall, it was just, I don't know. It has to be my game of the year. Yeah, I like the music. I like the artwork. It's overall just fun to play. It's not difficult. And I hope, and I think that would be super fun, I hope they add multiplayer at some point. I want to play Pleiopines with my friends and run around on the backs of dinosaurs and just explore and have fun and grow vegetables and decorate. That's what I want. But single player is super fun as well. So yeah. I do have to mention one game that is not going to be on my list, but I do have a special mention for Fall of Porcupine. It's the story about how difficult it can be to be a healthcare worker, it touched my heart. And even though it didn't make the list, because I think mostly it was because the ending was, for most of you guys, a little bit confusing. It's like, wait, it ends like this? Well, yeah. First of all, technically the story isn't done, and because they keep on going, however they can, and it's a difficult job to do, and the story needs to be told, and I love playing it. I love the story. I love the artwork as well. And I just, if you haven't seen any of it, go take a look at Fall of Porcupine. It is one of those special games that you do not need to forget. Even though it's not in my top 10 list or wherever, it has a special place in my heart, and I doubt I will forget about that game. I really liked it. So yeah, that's my games of the year for 2023. We had a lot of fun. There was a lot of games that didn't make that list. There's also a lot of games that came out that I didn't play. But I like to look at the other games. What else is there to offer than the huge honking games? Although I might play them eventually. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, this is. I enjoyed every single game on this list a lot. Yeah, I don't know what 2024 is going to bring. Oh, but I hope it's just as good or better. It's gonna be a lot of awesome games coming out as well. We'll see. That's it for this show. Can I call it? Yes, that's it for this Games of the Year show for 2023. Thank you for watching that. And I will be back with another one of these next year. I think it's good to do them at the start of a new year. Yeah. Alright. Thank you.